do you know about fear? Fear is for the winter, when the snows fall 100 feet deep. Fear is for the long night, when the sun hides for years, and children are born and live and die, all in darkness. Women smothered their babies rather than see them starve, and wept and felt the tears freeze on their cheeks. That is the time for fear.
Night has fallen upon Icewind Dale and the sun hasn't risen for 2 years. Most Dale residents blame Auril the Frostmaiden, the goddess of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing. A potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The suspension of caravans coming from the south and drop off in travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frostmaiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. Icewind Dale is a harsh and unforgiving landscape. The vast open tundra, bordered by the Reykjavik Glacier on the east, and the sea of moving ice to the west, is buffeted by heavy winds, thick with snow. Cut off from the outside world, the people of 10 towns must rely on themselves to face the dangers upon and below the frozen tundra. In Bryn Shander, a group of friends heading to a tavern came across a gruesome scene. 2 ghouls feasting on recently murdered men. They dealt with the undead, then headed on to the North Look-In. As they discussed the event over drinks, they decided that the 10 towns needed someone to step up and start helping the people. Why not do it themselves? While they were trying to figure out where to start, an elderly dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose came over and introduced herself as Hlyn Trollbane. Turns out there have been 2 other similar murders with shards of ice through the hearts of the victims. One in Targos and one in East Haven. She thinks there is a connection with Torg's traveling merchant company, owned and operated by a shady dwarf named Torga Icevane, a traveling group that were in each town when the murders happened. She had followed Torg's for a 10-day as it moved from town to town. She offered 100 gold pieces to find and apprehend the culprit, ascertain their guilt, and deal with them, preferably without involving the authorities. She doesn't know if it's just one of them acting alone or if others are in on it for some nefarious reason. The next morning, it was discovered that Torgs had already left the market square. While asking around to see if anyone knew where they were headed next, 3 frostbitten dwarves from the Dwarven Valley approached Dane. They were attacked by a yeti while transporting iron blades. Their leader, Wabak, was killed and these 3 ran for their lives. Our heroes. Brother Johann Skegg. Johnny prays a lot to his friends. Acolyte of Ilmater at the House of the Triad. Dane Iron Fist, Acolyte of Morden, recently arrived at the House of the Triad. Laughlin, Lift, Nimble Mound, a clever young halfling street orphan. Min Dere Enviavel, an elf dedicated to the sword and ridding the land of evil. Crew Dark, the gentle giant, who wants the natural order of the North to return. They located Obak's body, but the iron was gone. Following the tracks led them to some goblins. Most were quickly dispatched and the cargo was returned. Many challenges and dangers must be faced to protect the people and, perhaps, end this long winter. In Tourmaline, the group cleared out a grell and made a deal with some kobolds to return the mine to the town in exchange for work. They also found a strange crystal that gave Lift a headache. In Lonely Wood, an animal has been killing loggers. The local hunters have been unable to locate it. Each time they think they are close, they find themselves in a different part of the forest. Rumor points to a vicious white moose. Many other creatures roam the area of 10 towns. Some malevolent, others just hungry. Rumors of winter wolves the size of horses. Auril's everlasting winter bites at the flesh. Exposure means hypothermia and death at these temperatures. Brought on even swifter when hope is lost. The hostile climate and the scarcity of food are forcing creatures to migrate southward or die. The people are turning on each other. And paranoia creeps into everyone, sometimes well-founded. Now other great powers are on the move. The giants are awakening. And evils long hidden are venturing forth in the perpetual darkness. The dead rise and strive against the living. The Underdark no longer confines those that shun the light. Finally, the secrets of the past may again be revealed.